Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to talk about the Mount Qingcheng, which is a popular place to visit, and it is also an important cultural site. This is the order in which we will proceed today. First, we will learn about the basic information about Mount Qingcheng, such as its location, its two names, the local products, etc. Second, we will learn about some tourist attractions connected with Taoism. Part 1. Basic information. Please look at this map. Chengdu City is here, and Mount Qingcheng is here. It is 68 kilometers west of Chengdu City. Mount Qingcheng includes two areas, the front area and the back area. The front area is very famous because it is a celebrated holy land for Taoism. There are many Taoist temples and sites along the main trail from the foot to the top of the mountain. When we mention Mount Qingcheng, we usually refer to the front area. The back area has very beautiful sceneries. The highest peak in the front area is 1,260 meters above sea level. The mountain's present name is Qingcheng. Qing means green, and Cheng means wall. Because the mountains look like walls, and there are numerous old trees in the mountain, so it is called Qingcheng. A long time ago, this mountain had another name, Zhangren. Zhang is a measure word of height and length. 1 zhang is equal to 3 meters. So, Zhangren means a very huge person, and it was a respectful title for old men in ancient times. This name was given by the Yellow Emperor. In the Yellow Emperor's age, more than 4,000 years ago, there were lots of tribes. An old book about deities wrote about an immortal named Ning who lived in Mount Qingcheng, and at that time the Yellow Emperor struggled to unite the tribes. He fought with other tribes, but he couldn't beat them. So he went to Mount Qingcheng and visited Ning to ask for some magic skills. Ning taught him how to control the clouds and wind. Then he won the war and united the tribes. Because of this, we Chinese people regard him as our ancestor, and we call ourselves as the descendants of the Yellow Emperor. After the war, the Yellow Emperor called Ning Zhangren to show his respect, and because Ning lived in this mountain, people called this mountain Zhangren. Please look at the picture on the left. This is a very famous irrigation project named Dujiangyan, which is 14 kilometers away from Mount Qingcheng, and it was built in the 3rd century BC. A local official named Li Bing designed this project and organized thousands of local people to build it. Ever since this project was built, Chengdu never met a flood or drought, and it still works today. In the year 2000, Mount Qingcheng and Dujiangyan were placed in the list of World Heritage. When we go to Mount Qingcheng, we can buy some of Mount Qingcheng's famous products. Qingcheng tea is famous. Since 1300 years ago, people offered Qingcheng tea to emperors as tribute. This is Qingcheng kumis, a kind of fruit wine, and this is Qingcheng pickled vegetables. Qingcheng kumis and pickled vegetables are made using water from the springs in Mount Qingcheng and have wonderful tastes. If you plan to bring some products back, these are recommended. Part 2. Tourist Attractions. The three nature wonders in Mount Qingcheng are sunrise, cloud sea, and Holy Lantern. The Holy Lantern is the most miraculous and the rarest phenomenon among them. We can only see the Holy Lantern at summer nights and after a heavy rain. When looking down at the valley from a high place of the mountain, if we are lucky enough, we can see some lights. Sometimes there are only 3 or 5 in number, sometimes hundreds or thousands. The lights twinkling and floating, making the valley shine like the Milky Way. Why does this phenomenon happen? There are no certain explanations so far. Someone said that it was caused by sulfur oxidation. But in legends, the lanterns belong to immortals and deities. When they went to the mountain and visited the founder of Taoism, they lit their lanterns to show their respect. This is the Holy Lantern Pavilion, which is beside the cliff, and it is located in a high place, so it is the best place to enjoy the three wonders. This is a map of Mount Qingcheng. The Holy Lantern Pavilion is here. Mount Qingcheng is one of the original places of Taoism. Tao is a core concept of Taoist school and Taoism. It is the arranging of the world, the regulation of the universe, and the rule which we should live by. All the photos were shot in Mount Qingcheng. Every photo has a character doll. When you go to Mount Qingcheng, you can find a lot of character dolls in there. Look at the first photo. This is the character doll. Can you find it in the other photos? Look at this picture. This is a yin-yang symbol. These are two fishes. The white fish symbolizes masculine or positive things, while the black fish symbolizes feminine or negative things. The two dots are their eyes. The black fish has a white eye, whereas the white fish has a black eye, which signifies that yin and yang include each other and rely on each other. For example, if there are no bad things, we don't know what are good things. If there are no small items, we don't know what are big, etc. Also, yin and yang can converse with each other. Yang gets bigger and bigger. When it is biggest, yin appears. Yin is getting bigger and bigger. When it is biggest, yang appears. This means when things meet one extreme, they tend to go to the other extreme. For instance, summer is hot, but when the temperature reaches the climax, the weather gets cooler and cooler, and go to the coldest day. After the darkest time in a night, it will get brighter and brighter, vice versa. The cycle never stops. It keeps happening forever. Yin-yang circulation is a very important thought in Chinese culture and Taoism. This is a road lamp of Mount Qingcheng. There are some yin-yang symbols on it. This is a college for Taoist priests, which is beside the road between the parking lot and the entrance of the mountain. It was built in 2007. Every year, 40 to 60 Taoist priests enroll there. They study for 3 years. After graduation, they go to Taoist temples to work. Look at this picture. What's the difference between Taoists and Buddhists? The difference between Taoists and Buddhists is obvious. Taoists keep their hair, no matter men or women, because they think people should live naturally, and hair growing is a natural phenomenon, so they don't need to cut their hair. On the contrary, Buddhists regard their hair as a symbol of annoyances, so they should be bald, even the nuns. To a Buddhist, cutting hair symbolizes eliminating annoyances. Mount Qingcheng is a famous Taoist mountain, and so has many tourist attractions connected with the famous figures in Taoism. The Yellow Emperor is a very important figure in Taoism, and mentioned above, with Yin's help, the Yellow Emperor united all tribes. Here is a bridge called Fang Ning Bridge. It is said that the Yellow Emperor went across it to meet Ning. Fang means to visit. Zhangren Spring. It is very small, near the foot of the mountain, and it is beside the Moon City Lake. The Moon City Lake is here. It was said that Ning asked the Yellow Emperor to dig there, and he finally found the spring. When the Yellow Emperor drank water from the spring, he got more energy and more strength. Taoism was formed in the 2nd century. The founder's name is Zhang Daoling. He founded the first Taoist organization in Mount Heming, which is 70 kilometers away from Chengdu. Later, he went to Mount Qingcheng to preach his doctrines until his death. When he lived in Mount Qingcheng, he lived in a cave. The cave is here because his disciples called him Celestial Master. This cave was named Celestial Master Cave. There is a stone tablet in front of the cave. Under the stone tablet, there is an animal which looks like a turtle. This animal is believed to be the dragon's son. In legends, the dragon had 9 sons, but their appearances and abilities were very different. This one is the 6th son named Bixi. It was very strong and liked to carry heavy things on its back. In China, the animals which are under stone tablets are usually Bixi. This is a ginkgo tree planted by Zhang Daoling. Now it is 1800 years old. Because that tree was planted by the celestial master Zhang, and it is very old, people believe that it has some magic powers and the wish to get good luck from the magic tree. That's why they hang red ribbons on it. There is a huge gap, around 300 meters deep and 20 meters wide. This gap is named the Pen Canyon. A Taoist scripture said that when Zhang Daoling went into Mount Qingcheng, he met demons. He ordered them not to harm people and painted a spell on the mountain with a red brush. His handwriting changed into a gap immediately. The demons couldn't go across that gap anymore, so Mount Qingcheng recovered its beauty and peace again. Pen Canyon is here. It is near Fangning Bridge and Celestial Master Cave. Lao Tzu was a very famous and important Taoist philosopher. He was once a librarian, but when he was 80 years old, he decided to live as a hermit. So he left the kingdom and went west, riding a black ox. When he arrived at Hangu Pass, this is Hangu Pass, the chief guard asked him to write down his doctrines. Lao Tzu then wrote the scripture Dao De Jing. In this scripture, he proposed the concept of Dao, and he is worshipped by Taoist priests. On the top of Mount Qingcheng, there is a huge palace called Laojun Pavilion. Laojun is Lao Tzu. This pavilion is 33 meters high with 6 floors. It has a square base and a round top, which symbolizes a square earth and spherical heavens. There was once a statue of Lao Tzu riding a black ox, but it was damaged in an earthquake that happened in 2008. The statue that we see today is rebuilt after the earthquake. We can see Lao Tzu sitting on a pedestal in the shape of a lotus flower. The statue is 10 meters high. 10 meters high. Please look at the picture on the right. These oil lamps were put outside the hall in front of the statue. People devoted these oil lamps to Lao Tzu to pray for his blessing. The bigger lamps are for good fortunes, and the smaller ones are for peace and safety. Okay, this is a brief introduction of Mount Qingcheng. Apart from those listed above, Mount Qingcheng has many other wonders. You are welcome to visit Chengdu and Mount Qingcheng someday. Here is a homework. Why is Mount Qingcheng so famous? How are Lao Tzu and Zhang Daoling connected with Taoism? Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.